No one cares.
Today, we need to discuss something incredibly serious. It's a topic that strikes at the heart of our communities and touches on one of our most fundamental responsibilities: keeping our children safe. Yesterday, some truly shocking footage began circulating online. It depicts a brave young student confronting another teenager who is openly wielding a long knife, reportedly near a school. This troubling incident occurred in broad daylight, and it's a stark visual representation of the growing concerns many parents, teachers, and students have about safety in and around our educational institutions. The video has, quite rightly, sparked a wave of concern and has raised critical questions about youth violence and whether the security measures we have in place are enough to protect our children. In this video, we're going to carefully walk through the footage. We won't show it in a gratuitous way, but we will describe it, because understanding what happened is the first step. Then, we'll broaden the discussion to look at the difficult questions this incident forces us to confront as a society. This isn't about pointing fingers or creating division. It's about understanding a problem so that we can work together to find meaningful solutions. Before we continue, I want to acknowledge that this is a difficult subject. If you believe these conversations are important, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel. Every subscription helps us continue to raise awareness about issues that affect our communities and ensures that more people can join this vital conversation. Your support truly makes a difference. Alright, let's take a closer look at what the footage shows. The video opens on a teenager holding a long, intimidating knife, which some have referred to as a robo-knife. He's also holding a phone, and his face is obscured by a mask, which adds a deeply unsettling and anonymous layer to the scene. What's particularly interesting is the audio. You can hear his friends, the people around him, questioning his decision. They ask him why he brought such a weapon to school, why he feels the need to threaten others with it. Their voices are a mixture of disbelief and concern. Despite their questions, the armed teenager remains mostly silent, but it's clear from his posture that he is fully aware of the gravity of his actions. He knows he has crossed a line. There's a pivotal moment where the situation seems to escalate. The teenager attempts to conceal the large knife under his armpit, perhaps realizing he's being filmed, or that the confrontation is drawing too much attention. Just as it seems he might be retreating from the confrontation, another young man, a courageous student, steps into the frame. With remarkable bravery and a clear voice, he confronts the armed teenager. He doesn't use violence, but firm words and an unwavering stance. He effectively forces the armed individual to back down and leave the area.
You came to know this. Okay, now you're here.
No, mate, you need. You. Can't use your fist for once, can you?
No one. No one cares. Out of here. No one.
Pull your knife, buddy.
Hey.
Trevor, put it away.
I'll grab it. Hey, back off.
Trevor, just run. Just go. Run.
The UK has, unfortunately, witnessed a rise in knife crime in recent years. This has led to many discussions about the complex web of factors involved, including youth violence, social pressures, and the influence of online content. When weapons begin to proliferate in our schools, it poses a direct and serious threat to the safety of every single student and staff member. When children feel they need to arm themselves to be safe, it's a clear signal that there's a fundamental failure of trust and security within their educational environments. This leads us to the second critical question. How? How did this teenager manage to enter a school environment, or at least be in the immediate vicinity of one during school hours, with such a large weapon without being stopped, searched, or even noticed? This question highlights potential inadequacies in the current security protocols in place at some schools. Many institutions have implemented measures to try and ensure the safety of their students, including CCTV, staff on patrol, and in some cases, even more stringent measures like metal detectors and background checks. However, the effectiveness of these measures is often a subject of debate. This incident shows that even with the best intentions, vulnerabilities can exist. In light of this, it's understandable that parents and educators are now advocating for a review of these security measures. It is absolutely essential that we create and maintain environments where students feel safe and secure, free from the threat of violence. The potential consequences of such incidents are devastating, and we don't have to look far for tragic reminders. If a student were to use a knife to harm someone at school, the ramifications would extend far beyond the immediate tragedy. Parents across the country would be left grappling with feelings of helplessness, anger, and fear. They would rightly question how their child could have been put in such a dangerous situation, and they would demand answers from school authorities and law enforcement. Take, for example, the heartbreaking events that have occurred in places like Southport, where a young life was tragically lost to knife violence. The entire community was left devastated, grappling with immense grief and anger, and parents were understandably left completely distraught. Incidents like these are not just headlines, they are profound tragedies that serve as stark reminders of the real-world dangers that can lurk within seemingly safe environments. It's also crucial to understand that the rise in youth violence isn't just a school issue, it reflects broader societal problems. Experts point to a range of contributing factors, such as socioeconomic pressures, challenging family dynamics, mental health struggles, and exposure to violence through media and online platforms. Addressing these deep-seated underlying issues requires a comprehensive, multifaceted approach that involves schools, families, and entire communities working together. So, where do we go from here? This is not a hopeless situation, but it does require decisive action. First and foremost, education plays a crucial role in combating youth violence. Schools must be supported in implementing effective programs that teach students about the severe and life-altering consequences of violence. This includes robust conflict resolution training, workshops on empathy, and peer-to-peer mentorship programs. Providing access to on-site counseling services is also vital, giving students a safe outlet to navigate their emotions and make better choices. We can help them navigate the immense challenges of growing up in today's world. Investing in our youth is an investment in a safer, better future for everyone. When we empower young people to make positive choices, we contribute to a society that values peace, understanding, and empathy over violence and fear. The incident involving the brave young student who confronted the armed teenager is a stark reminder of the challenges we face. But his courage is also a reminder of the good that exists. As a society, we must come together to address the underlying issues that lead to youth violence. It is our collective responsibility to ensure that no child ever has to fear for their safety while pursuing an education. Thank you for taking the time to engage with this important topic. Please share your thoughts constructively in the comments below. What solutions do you think would make a difference in your community? Let's continue the conversation.